All right, so direct. Hi. Skrejhog Sanamdam. That's my name, Skrejhog. And welcome to Planet Crafter, episode 5. All right, so we're pretty well established in our tier 2 technology. I've got 4 tier 2 heaters, got several tier 2 drills up that way, and I've got a number of tier 2 oxygen producers here. So I think I can kind of calm down a little bit and see where we want to go next. So the food is almost ready. So I'll take that when it's ready. It's at 98%. I'm going to go ahead and grab that and put it in my inventory once it says 100. And we probably will start to need to organize these chests a little bit, these lockers. So I probably need to collect a bunch of iron while I'm exploring out there. I'm going to go ahead and take an extra water and a couple of food with me, so I can poke around. And might even make some more bases on the way. As I said, we've got those T2 drills up that way. They're all catawampus, so I will fix that. Once I have accumulated some iron, I'll build kind of a staging area for equipment. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to collect the materials to build another small pod, another base. So to do that, I need a titanium and 2 iron to build the base. Building, and then I need a titanium and iron and a silicon to make a door. Then I'm going to need another silicon and yet another iron to make my tier 2 food processor. So let's see how I'm doing. I've got 3 titanium. So I've got 1, 2, and a second iron to make the base building. 1, 2, and silicon to make the door. And then I have another iron and another silicon to make my tier 2. Yep. Stop talking before I run out of air. Okay. I've got a little bit of a building over here. I'll go ahead and throw my tier 2 crafter in here. And we can poke around a little bit, see what's in the area. I did see this chest. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. Ooh, all kinds of stuff. To decode that chip, we're going to need to have another silicon and one of these iron. That will, I can make a screen to unlock that. Meanwhile, I'm going to grab some iron here. It's thick around the ground here. Oh, my inventory's full. Okay, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go ahead and build a couple of lockers. At least one right here. I'm also going to build a smaller chest. And I'm going to use that smaller chest for storage, but I'm also going to put a blueprint screen on top of it. And I'm going to decode that chip, see what we get. All right, I've got a T2 mining speed chip. That's important. Currently, I don't have even a single mining speed chip, so one of the things that we probably should do in this session is get our mining speed up to date. The first chip is going to take a magnesium, a silicon, and an aluminum, and the second one is going to take another silicon and a super alloy in addition to the tier 1 chip. So I'm not going to be doing that until I get some iron, but what I will probably do, I'll leave this pod here. I'll pick up the materials for another pod. I have, let me sort this. I'm going to eat this food. Okay, so I've got enough iron. I need another titanium, and I need another silicon. There's a silicon. I'm going to run back here and top off my oxygen before I go anywhere. All right, I'll be back to 200. I think I have a tier 3 oxygen tank, which also requires an aluminum. So we'll be looking for a couple of aluminum as we move this way. So a big navigation point on Prime are these, the structure we see in front of us, kind of a triangular set of rocks leaning on each other. It's on a nice raised space. So you can see pretty much all of our starting valley with our pod and our escape pod, and our base is just over that little rock cropping there, and that's the wreck that we had been exploring. We look over this way, see all kinds of stuff, kind of a dust storm in that direction. We see another wreck, that's important, we can look at that. We see some other terrain. There's some kind of structure over there and some dark rock, so we'll probably need to check that out. And then as I look up that way, I see some frosty mountains. I do believe that's north, but until I get my chip, my compass chip, I don't really remember which direction is north on Prime, to be honest. So we'll figure it out. All right, running out of oxygen. I'm going to go ahead and put a little pod right on top of this hill. And I might even make this kind of an interim base. Or it might even become my primary base. Oh, I don't have another titanium. See, I got talking. And now I'm going to use an oxygen, which is down here. Ah, see, I'm still alive. I didn't die. Okay, I'm going to put the door up this time. Okay, I will try to keep the microphone in a good place. I've been informed that I'm getting some sound fluctuations. I haven't gotten a good troubleshooting solution for that just yet, so I will keep working on it. But we should be seeing a lot less pixelation than we have in the past. I did get my stream output up to 36 megabytes, so should be much nicer than it was the last couple of times while I was streaming, but I have also updated the uploaded the original recordings so that we something to make some more oxygen here. Okay, all right. So I've got some materials here. I don't really have enough items for a chest yet, but I'm probably going to go ahead and head over to the wreck and make another little pod at the edge of my oxygen. 1 silicon, 3 iron, and 1 titanium. I need another titanium. And I'm going to need another silicon. And then I'm going to drink some water, because that seems like a good thing to do before I die of dehydration. Oh, look, there's another little blue box in the distance. You'll get really good at spotting those if you start playing the game on your own. All right, let me run over this direction. Yep, I see a box there. And what's that sticking out of the ground? Look at that. That's aluminum, my friends. Just sticking out of the ground like everything else. Cool. Okay, now we can start making some of our chips. What do we have in here? I've got some more food. Go ahead and eat that. Then I'm going to make my my base. Which I'll make over here. A little pod. I'll put it by the entrance to this wreck. And like I said, I'm going to float the pod up a little bit above the sand dune. Everything floats in this game, so you just got to get used to that. Their anti-grav technology is amazing and completely hidden because I have no idea where it is. I'm going to need another iron to make a tier 2 another tier 2 crafter. And okay, let's see here. Okay, and I'll go ahead and put up a basic storage crate here, because I'm going to put a I'm going to put some these materials in them, and then figure out what I want to make first. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make that T1. No, I definitely want to make my T3 oxygen tank first. So I'm going to need an iron, a titanium, a silicon, and a magnesium to go along with the aluminum, which I have here. So I've got magnesium, and that's it. So I'm going to collect those other things: silicon and iron and titanium. And titanium. And I think that's an iron right there. Okay. Okay, so let me get back in here real quick here, and I make that come here. Craft that tier 3 oxygen tank. So now I have 280 oxygen units, which is really good because that's almost 3 times what we started out with. I'm also going to grab an ice here because eventually I'm going to want some water. Let's poke around a little bit. I saw that the aluminum over here, there was 1. There's probably more. I'll go ahead and take that stuff. Oh, yep, see, there's another one. And this little winding caverns can be a little bit iffy. This is the back of our wreck. So we got some sand falling off the cliffs up there. All right, I'm gonna go back this direction. And I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can find some other aluminum or iron, or some iron. Okay. There's magnesium. I'm not going to go too far in here, but I'm going to collect this iron because we're going to need some storage crates. Kind of following the left wall here a little bit. I don't get too lost. Okay, here's another. There we are. Aluminum. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that uranium. And I have pretty much everything. I'm probably going to need to use one of my oxygens. We'll see if I make it back. I don't think I'm that far. Uh-oh. Take a wrong turn. Yeah, I did. Excellent. Let's see if I can find my way out of here. Go left. Down here. And I'm not going to make it. So I'm going to breathe this air. And I'm going to collect these cobalt. And then I'm going to make... wonder, it says my screen is cut off on both sides, using some of the HUD. All right, I'll have to take a look at that. Might be my screen setting, which is fine for my local screen, but it's not coming across well on this stream. So let me check my options real quick. Escape. All right. Graphics. Let's take a peek. 2560 by 1600. That's 2560, so I don't think I can really change that unless I go all the way back to 1980. Let me give that a try. We'll see how it looks. Okay, I'll resume. Yeah, it's a little less crisp, but it probably will come across fine on the transmission. Okay, so I've got some aluminum here. This is very exciting. I can make a compass chip. I can make my T2 mining chip. Well, no, actually, I need a super for that. I think I already have a T3 backpack. Yes, I do. Got my T3 oxygen. I got T2 agility boots. Okay, so I need to make my my T2 exoskeleton. So I'm going to need 2 magnesium and a silicon for that. Okay. I'm going to put this uranium and iridium down. And as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put down the iron too, some of it. And cobalt. I need to turn that cobalt into more oxygen, actually. I like to carry 2 bottles, especially when you start going through these crevices. You can get turned around and dead really quickly. I'm going to carry a second oxygen just in case I need to find my way out. Okay, I think that's what I need to make my exoskeleton. I'll get ready to do that. Exoskeleton, I'm going to need yeah, one of those titaniums. Oops. Big bucket. Okay, exoskeleton. All right, now I have more equipment slots, so I can make this T1 mining chip and my compass. So again, for the compass, I'm going to need silicon and magnesium, and for the microchip T1 mining, I need a silicon and a magnesium. So it sounds like I need to find 2 magnesium and 2 silicon. All right, and then we'll head into that wreck. I think it's now that we've got ourselves pretty well upgraded. The silicon and another silicon over there. Okay, yeah, once we get to the T2 mining chip, things that the mining, which is this, that's mining, it'll actually get pretty fast. It seems like it's fast now, but once you have that mining chip up a couple levels, it goes really fast. I'm gonna go ahead and equip those. There's my compass and my mining chip. Okay, so now you'll see that we do have a compass, and yes, this is the north direction. So if I go ahead and look south, we see my other pod, and a little bit to the southwest is the original crash that we investigated. Okay, so lots of stuff to do here. I've got some more food to grow, so I probably want to go ahead and set up another food grower here if I can. Food grower is aluminum and iron and water, so I'm going to go ahead and melt that ice. I'm going to go ahead and take this iron out of here, and I'm going to put this in here for the time being, and put the oops, more water. Okay, so I'm going to hit this wreck. I've actually running a little low on food. I'm going to keep an eye on that, but hopefully we'll find some more food in here. Actually, I think that there was some food in one of those chests I didn't quite clear out, so I'll be heading back to that. Yes, I know my hydration level is critical. No food. Oh my gosh. Okay. But I got some more plants. And I got a chip. Oh, and more clothes. Zipto, Comto, Skiffo. Okay. We'll take a look at those. We'll have some fun. Do some dress up. Meanwhile, I'm running low on water, so I'm going to go ahead and drink this. Let's see. I'm going to move this to 3. Getting low on storage, but I would like to find a food. Okay, I don't have any food there. Go ahead and put the iron and titanium in there. Take the stair for the time being. Here's another chest. Ah, food, excellent. Go ahead and eat that food. Take that aluminum, the uranium, some seeds. Lerma. I'll take that blanket, because I can't find blankets laying on the ground. Now my backpack is full. Well, eventually I will clean out these chests and get all the goodies. I'm stuck on a... I'm stuck. Okay. So, that's exciting. Jump right over there. Okay, so I've got more uranium, which I can't choose just yet. And I got more plants, which I could put into a T2. These are 200%, so it's probably a good idea to get those into a T2 grower. I got an aluminum, so I can make a food grower again. Gotta need a magnesium for that? Oh, an iron. Okay, I got iron. Okay, I'm gonna make a food grower over here on this side. Get some eggplants going. Supplement my power. I forgot about that. I'm gonna take that down so my food keeps growing together. And I'm gonna take a couple of those. I'm gonna put up some solar panels. Oh, well, that was interesting. I love it when I put things into the wrong package. Instead of putting them in my backpack, I put them in the chest, and I wonder where they went. Solar panel. Okay, that's facing south, which doesn't really matter, but makes sense. So I got 6.5 power, and a food grower takes 18. So I don't know. I don't have a power screen here. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, you know what? I've got another aluminum. I've got a spare aluminum, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to make a big power. I just need a magnesium for that. So I'll grab magnesium, and I'll put up a tier 2. And that should cover me for a food processor. And then we can set up the food processor and get some eggplant. Everybody needs some eggplant. There we are. This generates 19.5. So I'm good to make my food grower. Over here. I'll go ahead and put it here. And then I'm going to put one of these eggplants in it. And I'm going to get I need to decode this. Chip. Grab some basic materials. While I'm at it, I'll grab some magnesium and a titanium and the silicon. That's an iron, actually. The cobalt. And I need some ice too at some point. Okay. Let me see. Some ice. These are for the for some vegetubes, tier 2 vegetubes. Get some more oxygen in the air. And I grabbed some titanium, because I figured I could put up a couple more drills too. Never hurts to use the material on the ground to make some things. To do that, I'm also going to need to make some more solar panels. So I will grab some of that. Ooh, look, another chest. I'm so excited. Food. Yeah, I could probably eat that food and be okay, so I will. Got a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to go ahead and take the water, because somewhere I put down all my water, which is probably not grand, but I have ice here too. So I'll come back for the rest of this stuff. I need to put down those shirts. Those space suits. So yeah, the space suits are kind of a decorative item. You can wear them and they change your look. Normally you can't see yourself, so it makes a lot more sense when you have a party in a multiplayer game. But if I do this, you can see my my basic Sentinel Corp spacesuit, very orange and black. And if I were to put on one of these equip one of these other suits. We'll try the Compto. It's very black. It gets rid of most of the orange. Okay. And if I go ahead and try on, get rid of the Compto and try the Sipto, that one's very black and white. Black, white, and orange party. All right. And then the last one is the Skiffo. And this one's just white. We haven't found any of the really fancy ones yet. I'll stick with this one, and I'll put the rest of them in the bucket here. Okay, so a couple things. I was going to make a Vegetube. I've got the materials for a Vegetube. And I'm going to put one of these 200% in there. Get that going. I don't think I have the materials for another Vegetube just yet, but let me do this. Now I do. Okay, I'm going to make another one. And I'm going to put that another one in here. Okay, so I've got some more oxygen being created. I like that. I am going to I only have one iron in my inventory, so I'm going to grab this. And I'm giving myself a little more space. I'm going to put another living compartment out there, so I'm actually going to take this down. Open the tube, take that out. Deconstruct over here. And put it over here. And then I've reconstructed it. Okay, so I've got the titanium. I'm going to need a couple titanium and an iron. And I'm going to need some silicon and iron to make a new decoder blueprint screen. Got a lot of titanium. Going to need cobalt 2. There's an iron. There's silicon. Iron. Really heading for this chest. Distracted by all the goodies. Okay, I'll take the iron. I'm going to take the food. Take the aluminum. And the iridium. Yeah, I forgot to put down the seeds in the blanket. I'm silly. Alright. Okay. That's my backpack. Yeah, until you get to the tier 4 or 5 backpack, it really fills up fast. Okay, so for the time being, I'm going to put down some of these other materials. I'm going to make a blueprint screen. Actually, I'm going to put it over here so I can make a power screen on the other side. Okay. Oh, power warning. Oh, see. Okay. Do I have enough for a... Nope, I need a magnesium. Okay. Storage. I do not. Put that there. I'm going to take with these. That. Put that there. I need a magnesium, and then I can make a... solar panel. I have more power. Here's a magnesium. And that one's empty, so I'll tear that down. I'll take that silicon. Okay. So, we're run back up here. I'm going to make a second power. Hydration level is critical. Yes, it is. Okay, so now I'm going to make my screen again. Yep. Got the materials. Make the blueprint screen. Rotate it this way. Get it red, so I can actually build it. Decode this. I got a recycling machine. Now I can tear things apart. That's not particularly helpful at this point, but it will be shortly. Water. Ice. make more water. Okay, so I need to get some tier 2 drills down here, and I can also make some heaters here shortly. Yeah, I can probably put them right here. Hold down control, I'll make 2 of them. So now I've got that. I can also make another heater. It's always good to kind of pump up the volume a little bit. Oh, I used all my titanium. Okay, I'll grab a couple more titanium. Magnesium. I actually could make some more vegetubes as well, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this magnesium and ice. Silicon. This iron. And iron again. That's interesting. We might use that someday. Get it up on the shelf up there on the ridges. Inventory's full. All right. So let me get back here. And I want to put up a power screen. So I'm going to do that. Come here. Oh, I know you both fit on here. I've done it before. There you go. Okay. And then I'm going to make another heater. I have 7 kilowatts available. And the heater takes 3.6. So I think I can do that. I'll go ahead and put it over here in the corner. And I'll zip that around there. Okay, so we've got a second living pod. We found a second wreck, which we just started to explore. We've got food that's probably already to eat back at the other place, but I have space food and squash here. The space food and the squash are worth the same amount of health. These eggplants are only going to be worth like 25 or 35. I think they may be, I don't remember, to be honest. I think they're 35. But we'll find out. No, they're 25. Yeah. The mushrooms are 35. We don't have mushroom seeds just yet. And I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this material here. And I'll make 2. I'll take 2 water, 2 oxygen into the next session, which try to do a session over the winter. I'll schedule it beforehand, but I will be doing sessions roughly half hour to 40 minutes every Tuesday and Thursday. So I will be talking again on Tuesday, guaranteed, and hopefully sometime over the weekend, which will be at a more oddball time. I will be streaming at 6:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Central, 3:30 in California. So, you probably won't be home from work if you have a real job. But I will, for now, I will say slongafoil. Just goodbye for now. Oh, and I don't have the screen here, but I did look up the how to say terraforming in Irish, and it's chlori or chlora, depending on if you're Ulster or not. Chlora is terraform, and then the index has another word too, and I'll talk about that on the next time. For now, slongafoil, and I will go ahead and shut down. Thank you. Take care.